Unless you plow snow, ski, or snowmobile, or make a living from these things, you likely just want to get through winter quickly. And some may just say the heck with it and head south.
But in the Boothbay area, winter has become a time many folks have come to love. 207's Don Kerrigan is here to tell us why.
Yeah, this is a fun story, I think. It's all happened because a group of volunteers and businesses got together to prove that there really can be such a thing as a free lunch. In Boothbay Harbor, winter has taken hold. It is the cold and quiet season in these tourist towns. Except on Mondays at Brady's Restaurant.
Well, we're all nuts.
Jen Plummer owns and runs the place. Her mom, Tansy, helps out.
I mean, we live in Boothbay Harbor year-round. Come on, there's got to be something special about us.
There aren't many people that come here in the wintertime because there are other places to be.
But in these towns, Mondays in winter are different because Monday brings community lunch, and lunch is free.
It's a great thing. We see people in here that we don't see at any time during the year, but we have a lot of people that comes here that love it.
That's Jean Rennie. We'll hear more from her in a minute. Community lunch began around 10 years ago at one of the local churches. COVID knocked it out, and the churches couldn't bring it back. So Jen and Tansy did.
Jenny came up with the idea to have it at Brady's.
Because her mom loved it.
And that was when we were doing 35 lunches, a week.
Nowadays, they're serving as many as 100. Some of the diners come early to make sure they get their favorite seat.
This is where we sit.
Others just find seats where they can. Some are on their lunch break, others are retired. Some poor, some rich, some in between, just like these towns.
There's people, and they'll tell you, and I can see 6 of them right from here. This is the highlight of their week. And they wait for summer to get done so that they can come back to community lunch.
And finally, time to eat.
We have a lunch served to you by Shore Hills Campground and Rennie Construction.
That's right. The food each week is donated, cooked, and served by local groups and businesses.
Coleslaw would be great.
This week, it's Jean Rennie's family business, Rennie Construction, and the family's campground. Much of it prepped the night before at her granddaughter's house.
We got to load up the local boys.
I love it. I love seeing the people. Friends, new people. Every week there's someone new that joins in. Does so much for the community.
That looks pretty good.
Oh, low calorie.
And making sure everybody gets what they need is a team of volunteers. Many of them have been here from the start.
Because I love serving others. And I like being part of a community where we're all here to help others, where we're here to help them smile.
And Nancy Van Dyke shared a word with us we heard a lot.
And they come and they have fellowship, and they could be alone all week, but this is basically they're here more for the fellowship than they are for the food.
Thank you.
Jen's mom and some others used that same word, fellowship.
We've got a half a dozen people who are here every week to set tables and wait on people and help out any way they can. And they're getting fellowship with the guests and with each other. So it's a multi-functional.
So you're
community.
not exactly a church, but you're kind of doing some of the same things a church would do?
Kind of.
It's Mother's little ministry.
There's even a donation jar with the money going to local needy causes.
I don't work in the winter, so I get to see people that I don't see all summer long.
Because it's so fun to see everybody. Get out, see people that you wouldn't normally see.
And in the corner by the window, we met Howard and Dee Wright.
The camaraderie and the food.
They're regulars. He is 95.
Nice home-cooked food and wonderful friendships. And it gets us rather senior citizens, I'm speaking for some here, out of the house.
And you get to know their names. You may not remember them, but...
For most of them, it's just an hour once a week. but community lunch has become part of their lives.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
What makes this such a good thing?
I don't know, people have a good time, they want to come back.
In the dark months of the year, there is still light and warmth every Monday.
Would you like one or two?
Let winter do what it does. Here, there is fellowship and food, filling hearts as well as appetites. There is community and lunch.
Sounds good. Thank you, thank you.
Community lunch is held at Brady's in Boothbay Harbor pretty much every Monday between the 1st of November and mid-April. So almost half the year. They reserve seats at the bar for the people who are still working every day, so they can come in and get served first and get their lunch and get back to work. And they say there's a waiting list of businesses waiting to provide the lunch.
That is awesome stuff.
I've never heard of a tradition quite like that, and it ought to be in hundreds of other communities in Maine and tens of thousands of other communities around the country.
Oh, I agree with you. I think, though, there is something particular about those communities on that Boothbay Peninsula that lets it happen.
Agreed. Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don.